Good evening everyone. Welcome to the DTRS class of 116. Today we have selected the lead topic as the future potential of Picocystis salinarum, basically a name for green alga. Okay. So before we move towards the topic, we usually start with a quotation which is going to be useful for your ethics essay and for your life also. Okay. So today we have one of the quote given by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Be yourself, no base imitator of another. Be yourself, don't be the imitator of another, but your best self. There is something which you can do better than another. So basically it means what? That maintain your originality. Many times in your life you will find that someone, in order to make you subordinate, they will try to say you that become a follower of mine. Now there are some positives and there are some negatives to this. The positive may be that you would achieve very faster, because when you follow someone, that path is basically easy path. And when you try to go with your own originality, it doesn't mean that you will not be successful in your life, but that path will be difficult because lots of challenges will be there. The challenge will not only be natural but even artificial also, means people will try to create problem for you. So you have to overcome those challenges. And it is one of my favorite quote also, that you should at any point of time, if you want to excel in your life, if you want to create a benchmark in your life, be original. Don't be copy of any another thing. Okay? You respect the originality of others also, but at the same time maintain your originality also. That should be how we should understand this. Now there are positives, there are negatives. You can write down if you are attempting this, if this quote is coming in your question paper, then you have to write in that manner. Okay? Yes. Now, so today we have selected 10 topics starting from Picocystis salinarum and going up to the OPEC. Okay? 10 topic, one by one we are going to deal with this. Now first statement. With reference to Picocystis salinarum, consider the following statement. It is a globally widespread picoplanktonic green alga of freshwater lakes. It is one of the smallest green alga. It was spotted for the first time in India in the Sambhar lake. So can you tell me what is the correct answer for this? Any idea?
Sir, I guess first one is correct statement.
Correct statement, okay. What about the other two? See, so sometimes the question itself gives you the answer. It is a globally widespread picoplanktonic green alga of freshwater lakes. It was spotted for the first time in India in the Sambhar lake. Now is Sambhar lake freshwater lake or a saltwater lake? So these two statements are contradictory to each other. And here you can find salinarum, saline, something related to that. So if you go by this ideology, you will find that two statements are favoring this part. This statement, and it is being complemented by this. It is giving an idea that this statement, there is a probability that it is correct. And here we have a catch, freshwater lake. So if you go by elimination, then you can eliminate this also. And this is right. It is not of alga of fresh water, but it is basically of a saline water. This statement is correct. It is one of the smallest green alga. Yes, picoplanktonic means what? Pico size, basically from 0.2 to 2 micrometers. This is the range of pico. Okay. So one of the smallest green alga. This statement is correct. First time it was spotted in the Sambhar lake. So here what do we find? Two statements are correct. Now why this had made a news? Because some recent scientists, they have found out this alga has the potential to survive even in the most of the saline condition. So what is its genetic nature that even it can survive in the saline part or in the saline lake? So that could be used, or that understanding could be used as there is increasing case of desertification. Arid land is increasing. Resistance to climate change has caused many drastic changes towards the crop. So it can be used in the concept of the biotechnology for the development of plants. So it is in this context that it is important. So what I will suggest, that apart from PT, it is very much useful for your GS3 paper also. From the perspective of GS3 paper, it is going to be very much useful. So you can give this as an example. So somebody can ask you that can you suggest some algae or some kind of alga or some kind of natural which has a potential for reducing this impact. So you can give example for this. Yes. Okay. So here the correct answer is option B. Now let us move to another question. So here this is the context. Inspire faculty, follow decodes molecular mechanism behind interviewing green alga surviving in extreme conditions like saline soda lakes. Okay. Now second question. Which of the following options correctly represent the regional members of ADB? Regional members of Asian Development Bank. So any idea what will be the correct answer for this?
I guess option C.
Option C. See, basically if we talk about ADB, then members are of two parts, Asia and Pacific. Two parts the members are categorized. Those who are from the Asia region, they are categorized as regional members. Those who are from the Pacific, they are categorized as non-regional members. Now identify it. What is the correct answer? If you say see here United States,
Yes, sir.
so this is option is eliminated. Again here we have United States.
Yes, sir.
Here we have United Kingdom. France is there, Spain is there. So this is the correct option. So through again elimination method you can find out. All these states are, or all these countries are of Asia. Some in South Asia, East Asia, West Asia. So they are the members. So here the correct answer is option B. Okay. Now after this you study about the Asian Development Bank. I have always told that whenever any international organization or national organization is there, you should definitely visit its website and must go through that information. Okay. Now commits $400 million to India's sustainable urban development. This is the context. Okay. Now, with reference to initiative NEST, recently seen in the news, consider the following statement. It has been launched by the Indian Green Building Council under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. It aims to promote sustainable construction practices in the commercial space and the special economic zone. So which of the statement are correct? Any idea? No idea. So basically NEST is an initiative of Indian Green Building Council. This is right. But it doesn't fall under the Ministry of Urban Affairs. Rather it is an initiative of the CII. What is CII? Confederation of Indian Industry. Okay. And basically for green parameters, if the building, whether buildings are made in green parameters or not and giving the certification for that, this work is basically done by this Indian Green Building Council. Okay. It aims to promote sustainable construction practices in the commercial space and the special economic zone. No. NEST is basically an initiative for the private residential, that individual houses or any individual rentier who is making his home, his or her home, then what are the parameters which should be followed in building the houses so it can be classified as a green building. So this NEST initiative is not for the commercial space or for the special economic zone. Okay. So here what is the correct answer? No statement is correct. So D is the correct option here. Now after this what you should study about? study about the Indian Green Building Council. Apart from this, you study the CII, Confederation of Indian Industry. And at the world level, these two institutions, this green building is working at the national level. Now at the international level, there is Green Building Congress is there. Green Building Congress is there, and other than that, World Green Building Council. World Green Building Council is also there, which also provides for this green certification and these parameters. So study these four things: IGBC, CII, Green Building Congress, and the WGBC. Extra you need to prepare, all of you need to prepare about this. Okay?
Yes.
Now, IGBC launches certification initiative NEST to promote eco-friendly housing. This is the context. Okay? Now, one station, one product scheme. We have to find out the correct statement. It was launched with a vision to promote vocal for local. It also aims to modernize the railways station across the country. The National Design Institute is designated as a nodal body for the modernization of railway station. The scheme will create additional income opportunities for the marginalized section of the society. What could be the correct answer?
Sir, only 3.
Only 3. So which statement is correct?
Sir, I think statement 3. National Design Institute.
Okay, so you are saying that this statement is only correct. So here the correct answer will be only 1.
No, sir.
Okay.
I am saying that, sir, statement 3 is incorrect.
Okay. Statement 3 is incorrect and rest are correct. Okay. So let us see. It was launched with a vision to promote the vocal for local. Yes. This one station, one product scheme, it is a part of being a vocal for local, which was launched by the government of India. But modernizing the railway station across the country is not a part of this objective.
Not a part.
Yes, it is not a part of this one station, one product. Basically, one station, one product means what? You will set up a stall and whatever the famous product which is related to that area, you will try to project that thing.
Right, sir.
So how it is related to modernization of the railway station?
Okay.
So there was a trap. Now if there is not modernization, the National Design Institute is designated as the nodal body for modernization of railway station. So obviously this becomes wrong. This statement is right, because when particular product is being marketed, so definitely the handloom, the traditional vocal for local, basically the handicraft, the textiles, the local products. So if we are selling those things, then it will help those marginalized section to come out at the forefront. So this statement is correct. The National Design Institute, here it is related that under this OSOP, whatever the stalls will be made in the railway station, they will have a uniform setup. So that is why it will give a particular design, and all railway stations which are having these stalls will have a similar kind of setup. The product will be different, but the setup will be same. So that is why it is the responsibility of the National Design Institute to provide that kind of design. Okay. So what do we find? Option B is the correct answer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let us move to another question. Again, this is the context. Okay. Now, with reference to the Voice of Global South Summit 2023, consider the following statement. The summit is an initiative of the United Nations Office for South-South Cooperation. The summit will be hosted by India in the city of Chennai. Any idea? What is the correct answer for this?
Sir, statement 2, I guess it is right,
Okay.
but I'm not sure.
Okay. So both the statements are incorrect. First, it is an initiative of India. Okay. The summit will be hosted by India in the city? No. It is a virtual summit. And no place has been decided. It is just only a virtual summit is there. So both the statement are incorrect. So here the answer will be option D. Basically this global south, basically it is a concept that between the richer countries and the poor countries. During the phase of industrialization, a concept emerged. This global north basically represented the industrialized nation, and the global south, it represented the poor country or the developing country or the colonized country, whatever way you want to say. So basically it is an initiative in that context. So that is why India had taken a lead in this, and recently the summit is held. Okay, remember that. India to host second voice of the Global South Summit on November 17, today itself. Okay. Now, with reference, consider the following statement with reference to the particularly vulnerable tribal groups in India. The Devhar Commission 1960 recommended for the establishment of a separate Ministry of Tribal Affairs. PVTGs are a sub-classification of scheduled tribe in India. They are generally nomadic or semi-nomadic. What do you think? What is the correct answer?
Sir,
Only two. Which statements are correct?
Sir,
2 and 3. Here all the three statements are correct. The Devhar Commission, basically it is, yes, 1960 it was there, and it has recommended the for establishment of a separate Ministry of Tribal Affairs. It was there. This Devhar Commission is also known as the Scheduled Areas and the Tribal Commission. It is also known by this name. So remember that. PVTGs are a sub-classification of scheduled tribe. This is also right. Presently in India 75 these PVTGs are there presently. Okay, and they are generally nomadic or semi-nomadic. This statement is also even right. Okay, so here what do we find? All the three statements are correct. Now apart from this, you should study all the constitutional and the legal provisions, the schemes which are favored toward this PVTGs. Okay, keep that in mind. So again, this is the context. Again, a scheme is there. Now, recently launched Innovative Handshake is an initiative between India and which one of the following countries? Any idea? Innovative Handshake. So recently it has been done between India and USA. Basically a kind of commercial treaty it is there for increasing more the commercial business between India and the US. Okay, so it is basically innovative handshake. So do only for
the context of ICERT or is it an extension of ICERT? Like critical and emerging technology, something like that, ICT?
not in that context. It is basically commercial in nature. Basically commercial in nature. Okay, this is the thing. So India and US launch innovation handshake to deepen bilateral tech ties. Okay, in that context it is there. Now, it is the state's oldest and the largest tiger reserve of Maharashtra. So if you remember this, oldest and the largest tiger reserve of Maharashtra, the moment if you are remembering this, then you don't need to read this paragraph, you will automatically find out the answer. But if you don't know this, you will read the entire paragraph. And even that paragraph is not going to help you. Okay, the catch here is that it has been recognized for its successful efforts. This much is there. Okay. So here basically what is the correct answer? Any idea?
Ayadri. So if we go by animation technique, like Pench will not be there because it's
Yes, Pench is in
not there.
Madhya Pradesh.
Yeah, I think it's Tadoba.
Tadoba Andhari Tiger Reserve.
Yeah, or C, Navega.
Or D.
No, not D. Shayadri, is it? I think Tadoba, it's Tadoba.
Okay, so your guess is right. It is basically the Tadoba Andhari Tiger Reserve. Okay, it is the Maharashtra's oldest and the largest tiger reserve. Recently, why it has been used? One of the dominant tiger species, it has died recently. So that is the context. Now why this name Tadoba Andhari Tiger Reserve is there? Tadoba basically represents the god's name, a local god. It is known Tadoba. Andhari is the river which flows through this national park. So that is on the basis of this name has been given. Tadoba Andhari Tiger Reserve. Tadoba is a god, local god. Andhari is the river. Okay. So here the correct answer is option A. महाराष्ट्र में basically exact district if I don't remember, but it is around this Deccan Plateau region. Deccan area में ये basically lie करता है. ठीक है? Yes. बजरंग. So basically वहाँ का एक famous tiger है बजरंग, and recently it has been killed. Okay, this is the context. Now, Aralkum Desert, recently seen in the news, is located between which of the following countries? Aralkum, yes, if you remember the Aral river, through that you can find out. Aralkum, okay. So here basically it is the Kazakhstan and the Uzbekistan region. Now why this is in news? Because of the rapid, the aridity is increasing. The climate change, it is causing aridity, and soil, this sandstorm is there. Sandstorm increases, and now what will happen? When this sandstorm increases, it move towards the sea, and that will lead to the shrinkage of the sea. That is the context in which it was in news. So Aralkum Desert, basically it is between the Kazakhstan and the Uzbekistan area. More than this, what you can do for this topic? Can you name me the international institution which is dealing with this kind of desertification? International institution which is responsible or which is dealing with this desertification. Yes, UNCCD, United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. Okay, UNCCD. So study about this institution also.
It is the only international.
Yes. Okay, it is the only which is dealing with this, and also try to learn that what steps has been taken by India also. So prepare within this context these two things. Okay, correct answer is option C. Sand and dust storms are increasing. Human activities contribute 25% emission. UNCCD. This is the context. Okay, you can see basically this region, it is the Kazakhstan and the Turkmenistan. This is the region. Okay. Now, with reference to the Organization of Petroleum, OPEC, consider the following statement. The OPEC is a permanent intergovernmental organization created at the Baghdad Conference in 1960. Its objective is to coordinate and unify petroleum policies among member countries to secure their fair and stable prices for the petroleum product. OPEC membership is open to any country which has a crude oil reserve equivalent to 90 days of the previous year net import to which the government has an immediate access. So what do you?
Third statement won't be there.
Okay.
And so statement 2 is right.
Statement 2 is right. Okay. What about the first statement?
Baghdad conference, I guess, was there.
Yes. So basically this OPEC was created at the Baghdad conference initially in the 1960. So this statement is right. Coordinate and unify petroleum prices among the member countries, it is also right. Now, this criteria, yes, the OPEC membership is open to any country. This part is right. It is open to any member country. But this criteria is not right. It is basically for a nation to build up its strategic petroleum reserve. This criteria is used basically in that context. What is the criteria? Basically, you should be an exporter of the oil. Any country which is a substantial exporter of oil, first criteria. And the second criteria is that you are ready to the OPEC's ideology. It means you want to join them. You have a similar interest and you want to join that group. These are the two criteria. So similar interests should be there. That's it. Net exporter, you should be an exporter of oil and you should have a similar interest. So that way you can become a part of the OPEC. And there is OPEC and there is OPEC plus. Two different things are there. You need to remember that which all countries fall in the OPEC Which all country fall in the OPEC plus also. Okay. So here what do we find? Option B is the correct answer. Okay.
Sir, like is it in quantitative terms if we say substantial export? How much is it?
They have not basically quantified this. They have not actually quantified this.
Okay.
Substantial exporter basically means if you have a large amount of reserve is there. If you discover at a point of time. Basically you have that much amount that you can export also. Okay. So this is the 6th high level meeting of the India OPEC energy dialogue. This is the context. Okay. So that's all for today's 10 MCQs. Again we will meet tomorrow, same time, same. Okay.